Hey everybody, it's JT. I've got a quick device review for you. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know that I'm a pretty straight to the point kind of reviewer. Specifically in this video, I'm going to be talking about the IPV D2. A very compact device by Pioneer for You, the maker of the other IPV devices you may be familiar with. Now this device has multiple functions. It functions as a standard 75 watt device, but it's also got a joule setting, a temperature control feature that you can use as well. I prefer to use a DNA, the DNA 40 or the DNA 200, when I vape in temperature control mode. Okay, so I'm not gonna get into that in this video. I apologize if that's the information you're looking for, but I'll have to defer to someone else, as I just don't, the joule settings on the IPV devices for temperature control vaping just doesn't really hit the spot for me. So I apologize. We're gonna talk about this as a small, stealthy 75 watt device. That's what we're gonna do. So right off the bat, I want to thank Kyle at Civil Vapes in Casselberry. That's in the Orlando area here in Florida. I was visiting him at his shop and we got to talking about it. He said, man, they're very popular. They're selling very well. JT, I think you should try one out. And I had heard of it, heard a lot of good things. So thank you, Kyle, for the IPV D2. I have used it daily since I got it. And been really enjoying it. For me, like I said, it is a very stealthy, compact 75 watt regulated device. You get it. You get the IPV D2 box. It's upside down, but you get what I'm saying. Open it up. Some stuff's gonna fall out. You've got a warranty card. I like to see that becoming the norm. So hold on to that. You've got your instruction manual. Also, love to see that, very important. Hold on to this and read it through. I think a lot of times these days, vapors, myself included, get a little ahead of ourselves and we kind of throw this to the side, but it's always a good idea to read over the manual. Inside, you will receive your device, a silicone sleeve. I have the black device, I got a black sleeve, not sure how the silver comes, and a charging cable. Not your standard micro USB. It's USB to, I think, 3.5 millimeter cable. At a quick glance through the user manual, I did not see it specifically bring up pass-through vaping. And what I mean by that is charging the device and vaping on it at the same time. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize, and please put in the comments, but if I read over a user manual, even briefly, and I don't see a manufacturer specifically tell me that I can use a device and pass through, I just don't. Call me crazy, I just don't do it. So, powered by a single 18650, and you can charge it with the included cable. A little note on that, I don't like to do that. If a device has a removable battery that I can get to, I take it out and I charge it. Or I take it out and I replace it with a charged cell. It definitely says you can charge it from the cable, and I'm sure you can. But my personal preference is, if the battery is accessible, I just swap it out. I would rather charge my 18650s in a 18650 charger by themselves and not put the extra stress on a cable or a device that I might not be very familiar with yet. But the battery is very easy to get to. Okay, now if you have the silicone sleeve on, it's a little different. You have to peel the sleeve back to change your battery. Not a big deal, but it's worth mentioning. Also, if you get some extra juice, extra liquid dripping here, and it gets in between your mod and the silicone sleeve, that gets a little messy. It gets a little slippery and wiggly. but if you keep it nice and dry, no liquid in there, the sleeve is a pretty cool little add-on to this device. From 7 watts to 75. Again, standard Kanthal or nichrome builds, it'll fire down to a 0.2 and as high as a 3 ohm coil. And like I said, it's a great device, very straightforward. You've got a fire button, an up and down button, and a screen. 5 clicks, you can cycle through your menu, choose power mode, temperature mode, joule mode rather, and you can turn it off or you can exit. It's perfect for me. It's a great little travel compact device. I keep it in my pocket if I need to, my book bag, my car. Just a very handy little device. And I gotta say, my favorite device from Pioneer for You. I know the IPV4 and 3 LIs and 4 S's have done very well in the market. A lot of vapors have really enjoyed those. Personally, I've not been a huge fan. Another thing that kind of turns me off on Pioneer for You, and probably many other manufacturers. So they put out a device and vapors save up their money or go buy it. And then a week or two later, there's a new version of that device available on the market. That just bothers me, right? It really bothers me. And like I said, I know there's plenty of other manufacturers that do this as well, but it really is apparent with Pioneer for You. They are just cranking out new versions all of the time. And again, that's a sore spot for me. And it kind of gets on my nerves. But we're talking about the IPV D2, and I absolutely love it. I've really enjoyed this device. Like I said, I've got the black. I've seen it available in silver as well. And on the side of my box, there is a choice for a white model. I've never seen that. Maybe it's coming in the future. If you need a little compact device, the IPV D2 might be right up your alley. I will say I'm pretty sure they retail around $70, maybe $80 in your local brick and mortar. Prices vary greatly, so don't hold me to that. Make sure and check. But again, thank you to Kyle at Civil Vapes. And Pioneer for You, good job. Wasn't a big fan of your previous models, but you kind of won me over with the IPV D2. I've enjoyed it so far. That's all I got for you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.